Sir, Magalay sir, will you start, sir?
ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுங்க சார், ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுங்க, ரெக்கார்டிங் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிடுங்க.
Yes, sir. Yes. Gauri, you can proceed.
Okay, sir. A warm morning to everyone. I am Ms. Gauri, Social Work Trainee, specialized in Community Development, Department of Social Work, Bharathidasan University. I am glad to see everyone's presence here. Without delay, let's start our third session. Now, I would like to invite Mr. A. Rajashekar, Social Work Trainee, Department of Social Work, to welcome the gathering.
Assistant Professor Dr. D. Nirmala, Dr. Madras High Court and welcome to.
Thank you, Mr. Rajashekar. Now I invite Dr. R. Karthikeyan sir, guest faculty, Department of Social Work, Bharathidasan University, to address the chief guest. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Very good morning to all. This is my pleasure to introduce our dynamic person, managing trustee of for you child and of Madras High Court, Chennai, Dr. K. Shanmugavelayudham, retired professor in social work at Loyola College, Chennai. Sir has published a number of research articles related to child rights at national and international level. Sir has produced a number of MPhil and PhD research scholars. He is a member in national and international child rights organization. To his credit, he received award from Tamil Nadu government for authoring a book on unorganized workers. Professor started NGO on You for Child at Chennai during the period of 2005. The trust member had undertaken research about Adi Dravida children's hostels, ICDS Anganwadis, and private nursery schools. The trust being out a number of publications in Tamil on many issues, including Right to Education Act 2009, POSCO Act 2012, National Food Security Act 2013, and Child Marriage Prohibition Act 2006. On behalf of Department of Social Work, I sincerely welcome you, sir. Welcome, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your speech. Audible now? Audible?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please go.
That's okay. Good morning to one and all. At the outset, I thank the Department of Social Work, Bharathidasan University, especially Dr. R. Mangaleshwaran, Karthikeyan, and other faculty members for giving me the opportunity to share my views on the registration of non-governmental organization, popularly called NGO. So it is my pleasure because I am very keenly last 10 to 15 years involving in that work. My personal feeling about professional social work, there are not many social work not involving in the NGO as a managing trustee or in a top position. They may work in a lower level cadre. But other than especially non-professional people only dominating in the NGO sector. That's the truth. Why? Another thing is concerned social work, they are not aware about registration, NGO process, concept and other things. So on that line only this topic may help the professional social work to do in the top level NGO work, registration, organization, implementation, that may help. Really, in the civil society, overall civil society, there are so many players in the civil society. NGO play a vital role. That's no doubt. We should also know about how NGO registration, NGO process, and other things. So that this today's topic may help professional social workers involving in the registration of NGO. I am having a presentation. I will start the presentation. Then you can ask let us say also last. Karthikeyan.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You can show them because it's not coming up. You have the slideshow. Again, I will try.
Yes, sir.
I will try.
Yes, sir. I will present your slides, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I try to present your slides, sir.
Okay, better you do it.
Yeah. Just.
Right. Good. Right. Okay. The topic is the registration of NGO. Yes. Now, what are the next? What are the key features of non-governmental organizations in India, especially in Indian context? Why NGO is there? Now, usually, some of the key features is concerned is the independent from the state. State is the government. NGO is different from the government. So it is away. It's independent. It's away from the government. It's not influencing this. Same manner, we had a NGO, they had a self-governed body. It is a self-governing institution. That is why it is also called voluntary organization. Some UK and other people is considered a non-profit organization. There are different terms available there. It is a self-governed by the board of trustees or governing council or executive member or group of individuals. It is nothing to do with the government. So it is a self-governed by the board of trustees. Main objective of the NGO is towards the betterment of the society. That is the overall aim. Betterment of the society and well-being of the community at large. So that is also another thing for that. Profit generation is not the principal goal. It is not the profit is not the motive. On the other hand, business house, corporate house, any private enterprise, there they may have the profit with the main motive. So here, profit is not the principal goal for the NGO. As on date, there are innumerable sectors NGO plays regarding education, health, arts, poverty, alleviation, environmental issue, child rights, women empowerment, and other areas also. They are involving in the HIV, AIDS, all other fields also now innumerable field NGO involved. But most of the things, that are not sustainable through profit business model. Usually, any profit business model, that people will involve in. NGO is concerned not for profit business model. Wherever there is not profit business model, NGO play that. That is why one of the role of the NGO is concerned, it is a supplementary role to the government. We are not supplanting the government. Supplementary role. Next, next. What are the benefits? Why we need to have registering an NGO? So you can, without registering, also you can involve in some of the charity, development, welfare activities. But there are certain restrictions. You cannot do it certain level, especially fundraising. You cannot openly elicit funds for the public. If cross certain amount is concerned, you need a bank account. All that things are restricting NGOs. And that's why people are registering an NGO. So nowadays, registration is a must for NGO. Without registration, you can do it. At small level, you can do it, but not sustainable. One of the benefits of registering NGO is concerned, this recognition. So we consider NGO is also one of the legal person, legal entity. It is like a X and Y. Like a NGO is also one of the legal personality, legal entity. So that is why it gives a recognition of that special legal entity. Second thing is concerned NGO that gives a legitimate registration, gives a legitimacy. So automatically there is an organization that is legitimate. Credibility also will come if there is a registration is concerned. So somehow or other there are mechanisms available there, so many control mechanisms there, monitoring mechanisms available. Automatically the credibility, legitimacy is there because of the registration of NGO. Another aspect is concerned, registration is concerned, transparency. So there are procedures is concerned, you have to follow. Accountability also you have to put forth. If you put registering and NGO only, registration only, the transparency and accountability is there. Now, suppose example NGO you have started it. So you cannot do it in a hush-hush manner, in a room-based manner. You have to put a notice board. Outside the board, office you have to put notice. For the office bearers, you need a pamphlet, you need a website. All that things, some of the things you have to put it in a website regarding accounts and other things. So that gives a transparency and accountability for that organization because of registration. Another aspect is that you can also collaborate with the different stakeholders, including other civil society members, other donor organizations, even a government. For that, for example, you are involved in the COVID care. As an NGO, you want to do COVID care health. So you can involve with the district administration. So that manner is that gives the legitimacy in that also. Same manner, recognize the rights of the people so that you can approach for donation. When you have NGO registration, there is a registration number, there is a letterpad, there is a bank account. So that gives a credibility. Automatically you can elicit, you can solicit finance, fundraising from that thing. So automatically another thing is the registration of NGO is a step, is the first step towards applying for 12AA, that's for income tax, 80G for you want to have any donation from outside, same manner FCRA, Foreign Contribution Regulation Act, the Ministry of Home Affairs. Nowadays you want to involve in the government, you have to register in the Durban, that is the Niti Ayug. For that what happens, registration of NGO is a must. Without registration, you cannot do 12AA, 80G, FCRA or Durban. So that is why we need registration is a mandatory in certain things. That's all benefits. Next one. Actually, in as on date, 3 regulating acts is that under which you can register an NGO. There are people who will say cooperative is also as a part of NGO. That is a very controversial subject. So only as on date, only a 3 registration act legislation is there. One is called Indian Trust Act 1882. That's the one act. It was applicable throughout India for a trust registration. Trust point of view, Indian Trust Act 1882. It can also register under any of the trust act being practiced in the state. Even if you want to register in a Tamil Nadu trust act also, Maharashtra, same manner, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, there are different states, there are different trust act, state-wise. You can also register. All India level, there is an Indian Trust Act, you can register in the Indian Trust Act also. Same manner, second legislation is called Society Registration Act, that is in 1860 for society registration. It can also register in any other society registration act being practiced in the state.
Sir, excuse sir. Sorry for the interruption, sir.
Yes.
Sir, sorry for the interruption, sir. Sir, kindly adjust your mic, sir. Volume is very low.
No, what? Hello?
Yes, yes.
Hello?
Yes, sir, very low. Kindly adjust your mic, sir.
Now?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead. Yeah, please go ahead, sir.
Now, second point is concerned Society Registration Act. It is a state national level act under which also you can register. Same manner, every state having a society registration, Tamil Nadu Society Registration Act, Andhra Pradesh Society Registration Act. In that manner, Kerala Society, you can also register under the respective state also. Third thing is concerned under the Companies Act 2013, under the section 8 of the Companies Act, you can also register organization. That is the third aspect. There are 3 regulations: Indian Trust Act, Society Registration Act, Companies Act. Next. Now we will see one by one. As far as the trust is concerned, major elements of the trust, there are 2 types of, even 3 types. One is called public trust, second one is called private trust. That depends on the class of beneficiary. The trust will be public. It's called charitable trust. Public, open to all. Number of beneficiary, if there is a wide lot, it is called a public trust. Private trust is a benefit of the family members, very limited, 2-3 members only. Other thing called religious trust also, religious and charitable trust. These are all some of the types of the trust. Depends on the beneficiary and type of services, you can divide them. So as far as the trust is concerned, irrespective of the type of trust, you need an author. It's called settler, one who forms a trust. Anyone can form the trust and transfer the irrevocable arrangement of the property and its future benefits of the trust. You can promote a trust, any settler or author. Second aspect is concerned trustee, a body of individual who undertakes the management and safekeeping of the trust and its property. There are trustees. One is a managing trustee. There are other people considered as a trustee. That based on that, what happen? They have to keep the management and safekeeping of the trust and its property, and they should carry out the activities of the trust because that is the purpose. Third thing, beneficiary. People who will benefit from the trust, weaker section, women, children. That manner you can also have that particular group, target groups. That is also a beneficiary. Fourth aspect is concerned asset. What are the asset you are going to have or property? That is also another element there. Objective of the trust. Every trust should have objective. So I am going to involve in a weaker section, empowerment, child rights, scholarship, educational tuition, all other thing also, disaster management, disaster relief. You can have objectives of the trust. You can have 1, 2, 3, 4. Then another last aspect is concerned registration of document. You have to register. For that, what happen? You need a trust deed. In a trust point of view, it is considered as a trust deed. The trust deed, you should defining all relationship, responsibilities, rights, terms, and condition. All that things you have to write, put it in a black and white in the trust deed. That trust deed should be registered in a stamp paper, registered in a registered society. That you can put it there in the Trust Act. Next. In the same manner, main elements of a society under the Society Registration Act, we call it the society or organization. A society is a group of individuals who have come together to pursue a common cause, certain purpose, certain objectives. So all together to pursue the common cause. That's called a society. For the society, minimum of 7 members is essential. 7 members, that is a must. All India level, national level, you need 8 members. One addition. Because the state level, you need 7. All India level, 8 members of different states. Same, take an example, you want to register in all India level with only Tamil Nadu people alone cannot have. At least you need 50% of them, other state people also you need a different state. That is the, then another aspect is you need a proper name of the society. The trust, so-and-so trust that you can have. But in the society, you need a proper name. Another aspect is concerned in the society, you need a memorandum of association that you have to prepare, rules and regulation also, then bylaws. Bylaws are called rules and regulation, is otherwise called. In a specified manner, that is what to do, how we can hold the meeting, what is the quorum member, how we can do the transaction of banking, all that things are all bylaws will have. In a memorandum, you can have the governing council, objectives, the name, location, registration, all that is possible there. Initial members, subscribers to be the members of the governing body. First members, no, they will become the governing body of the particular thing. Later, you can change it also. Resolution passed by the registration of society. First thing, what happened, the governing body, the initial member, they should pass a resolution. They are going to register under a Society Registration Act. These are all things. These are all memorandum. That resolution, they should pass it. Then minutes of the aforesaid meeting. That meeting we have to submit to registrar, society registrar, deputy registrar, joint registrar. There are a different setup available there in the state. Then identity, address proof of all members. Whoever subscribing to the members, you need identity. Now, Aadhaar is a must. Address proof is also there. You have to provide what type of occupation they have. All that things now you have to prove it. Under the society registration of document, what you call is a memorandum of association, rules, regulation, or otherwise called bylaw. That is the thing. Now, next. Under the Companies Act, Section 8 of the Companies Act, central government may issue a license to an organization or a limited or private limited company have as its objects. So companies also can promote a NGO under the Companies Act. Then Government of India, they will issue license under the Companies Act. That is only a private or limited. Company put limited, they cannot put the limited. Usually what happens, one company, suppose example, Karthi A&M Company Limited, that's how we will put it. Usually in a NGO under the Companies Act, we should not put limited, LTD, because it is a public. So there's a company cannot put limited at the end of the thing. Then promotion of commerce, art, science, sports, education, research, social welfare, religion, charity, protection, environment, or any other objects, no, they can have. Nowadays, almost all business houses, they have the NGO. Under the CSR, they have for TVS Group, Ashok Leyland, L&T. They have the organization under the Companies Act only, they have registered it. Then intends to apply to its profit, if any, or other income in promoting its object. They will put in under the Companies Act, if it is an organization, they may allocate certain percentage of profit to their organization. Suppose nowadays under the CSR activity, they can promote that and they can subscribe, they can allocate certain money to them. Intends to prohibit payment of any dividend to the members. Usually, company shareholders will get a dividend. Suppose example, if I put 100 rupees, after the financial year, I will get some dividend. But in the case of companies registered under the Companies Act, under the organization, they cannot get the dividend under the shareholder business. The board of directors is a key decision-making body of the company. Minimum of 3 directors is essential. But in the case of trust, 2 trusts will do it. Under the society, you need 7 people. There in a national level, you need 8. But in the Companies Act, minimum 3 directors and our stakeholders required to form the company. Registration and document, let's call a memorandum and article of association and the regulation, that you need that memorandum and article. That through, that is called a company's affair. Ministry is there. Under that Companies Act, there is a separate registration that you have to do. Yes, next. Preparation of documents for the either Companies Act or a Society Registration Act or a Trust Act. You need a documents preparation at the time of registration. First point is concerned name of the organization. So you have to finalize the name of your organization. The registrar consider the emblem. You can also have the emblem. You can also motto, all that thing, and name also. Name is a must. Prevention of Misuse Act 1950. You have to follow. There are certain names, certain things you cannot use it. So in that aspect, you have to keen on that. Another thing, registrar can object. Registrar can cancel your organization. The name of the organization already exists. Suppose example, if it is a Seva Bharati. Suppose example, you want to start a Seva Bharati in Trichy. You cannot have, because you should have a different name. Same name you should not have. That's a one. The registrar will object to the name containing words like a government. In your name, you can put some government, certain ministry, certain bank, human rights, certain court. There are certain terms you should not attach it to your organization name, because that will have the public point of view confusion. Long back, some of the organization, they use a term called human rights. That time, government, the court, they have pinpointedly is that any organization should not use a human rights. I don't know, still there are people using, but anyone question them, then it will be in a suit. Then you need address, exact address. For registration, you need address, including PIN code, all that thing. Then you need objective and mission of the NGO. There are organizations that have a vision, they can have a mission, all that thing also possible. The details of the members of the committee, whatever may be, you need details. Aadhaar number of all his office bearers and director and other key functionality is a must. Information about a human resource and staff, also you need that. Not mandatory. You may have, or we no need at all. Next. Now, under the registration is concerned, there is a called taxation. Under the taxation, because NGO is concerned, they are doing some charitable welfare or well-being purpose. Under that aspect, there is a section called 12, section 11 and 12 of the Income Tax Act 1961. You can get a certain concession benefit from income tax. For that, you need registration from the Income Tax Act. Under the Income Tax Act, there are certain benefits available there. Suppose, for example, X is having a trust, having something around 1 crore corpus fund. Then this corpus fund is in the bank, nationalized bank. Usually, nationalized bank, any money accrued out of this corpus money, any interest from the corpus money, that bank people will deduct. If you have a PAN number, they will deduct 10%. If you do not have a PAN number, they will deduct 20% for the income tax. So you may not do any activity based on the interest, because a major portion of the money that income tax will take away. To avoid this, what happen? You need income tax exemption from the income accrued this. For that, you need 12A. So you have to register under the Income Tax Act 12A. That is the only thing possible there. Same manner, your organization is receiving money from the public, X and Y. That X and Y, they will also get some income tax benefits. There are two sections. One is called 35AC, another is called 80G. Under the 80G, suppose example, I am donating one organization 50,000 rupees. That 50,000 rupees, in that 25,000 rupees is concerned from my taxable income, no, that they will deduct. You can cut from that, afterwards only you have to calculate tax. Under the 35AC, you can have 100% tax exemption, but only in an exceptional case regarding sports, certain exemption. You need a special permission from the Ministry of Finance regarding that. That's the one. Yes, next. Then, organization as a registered organization, you need nowadays a PAN number. After registration of NGO, with the respective authority, first thing is to apply for PAN, permanent account number of an NGO. It's a mandatory to apply for the PAN after registration of NGO. Nowadays, everyone will ask regarding PAN number. So, for the PAN registration also, you need a name, education, all that thing, you need that. Another aspect is concerned Foreign Contribution Regulation Act 2010. Foreign Contribution Amendment Act 2020. For that also you can apply it. That was the Ministry of Home Affairs. That the PAN number is a different. Registration is a different. Foreign Contribution Act is concerned different under the Ministry of Home Affairs. These are all some of the things related with the finance and the registration. Yes, next. Next. Now, some of the issue related with the NGO. One of the issue is concerned inurement. Trustee or executive member, director of the organization cannot commit self-dealing. That's called inurement. Self-dealing means I am the trustee, so I cannot deal with myself, some other business and other things. Suppose example, I know some organization, they have a director, they are having a car and other facilities. They will give the car hire to this organization. That itself is a self-dealing. So any undue advantages that is concerned, that's one of the issue related with the NGO. Second thing is a property interest. No, you cannot claim a ownership interest of the assets of an NGO. Even a trustee, you cannot claim a ownership. That is a different entity. Representative of the board of trustees or board of directors of society or section 8 of the business still possess the security of the organization. They are only a shareholder is the organization, but they cannot have the ownership. They cannot sell the properties there. But they may not have any financial interest in the assets whatsoever. That's one of the issue related with this. Third thing, dissolution. You have registered organization, you run the organization, you want to dissolve concern. Usually organization is concerned irrevocable. It is a legal personality. In case you want to do, you need a procedure. So the doctrine of Cyprus, that will apply it. You cannot divide after dissolution, you cannot divide the property, you cannot sold the property and take the property from your trustee or members. That's not possible. What is the doctrine of Cyprus means? Whatever related organization you should hand over. Suppose example, I am having a table, chair, bureau, some property. I should hand over like-minded organization. I got to pass a resolution. I should hand over. It is not a dividing the property and take over by the trustees. That's not possible under the NGO. Then next, NGO issue related with the registration. Should I register a trust or a society? Usually people will question that. Why? Whether we can register under Trust Act or Society Registration Act. It depends on the objectives, one point. The number of office bearer also. There are convenience also. Depends on that. So for example, in the Trust Act, It's a very less cumbersome procedure. No need to have a lot of meeting and other thing. Very few meetings that also you can have recorded. That is a possible under the Tax Act. As far as the convenience point of view, trust is a more suitable. Under the registration, when the society is concerned, you need to follow democratic procedure. You need certain society, register of society permission, all that thing. That is the one aspect is concerned, society or the trust. That's the one issue. Second aspect, where should I go to register in my NGO? If it is a Society Registration Act or a Trust Act, you have to go for registration of society. There are state level also, registrar is there, joint registrar, deputy registrar. In your area, nearest where your office address is located. Suppose example, your office in Trichy Fort area. There will be definitely Trichy Fort. There will be a sub-registrar or deputy registrar will be available there. Then you can go and register it. So that jurisdiction also is available there. Third issue is concerned, do you need own office property to start an NGO? You need any property to start an NGO? No, not necessarily. Even if you have a rented house is sufficient. Some people, you can start with the rented house, but probably you need some agreement deed with the owner. That sometimes what happens, sometimes some people they ask him regarding a deed, agreement deed with the, because you cannot shift the office often. So for that what happens, they need agreement deed. So you can start your organization in a property in a rented house also. Another issue, can a government employee become a trustee? Yes, you can become a trustee. Even a college professor can become a trustee. Even a university professor can become a member of the organization. It is possible. But you should not go the conflict of interest. That's a one. Conflict of interest means, so your interest and the organization interest should not clash. That's a one. There are organizations, what happened, they need a no objection certificate. You need higher authorities. So you should mention that I'm going to become member of that. You can become a member of the organization. For that to happen, you no need to become a inform that higher authorities, I want to become member. Again, if you want to become a caste organization, that's how one question is concerned. As far as the government employee cannot become member of the caste-based organization. You can become member of the religious organization, but not a caste-based organization. That is a one class, that is a one under the protocol, under the government rules. You cannot member in a caste-based NGO or there. Can NRI become a trustee on Indian trust? Yes, NRI can become member of the trust. Only if you become NRI also, that you become a NI in the Indian trust only. Even a foreigner can become a trust. That is also possible. But that should be an Indian trust. Foreigner can become a trustee. Can a trustee take a salary from the trust fund? No. Trustee cannot take the salary from the trust fund. The trustee are all honorarium. Even a Society Registration Act, that executive member, president, secretary, treasurer, whoever may be, they are all only a honorary member. They cannot take the fund from that. At least there is a provision regarding traveling allowance to attend the trustee meeting. That is possible. Not for regular salary from the trust fund. Then, another thing, how much money is required to start an NGO? As far as only 500 rupees is sufficient for registration. With the 500 rupees, you can start an NGO, you can become, no need a big money things concerned. That is one aspect. Then, whether the relatives of the organization can become members of the society or the office bearers. That is the one issue related with this. So, for example, I know some organization, wife will become the chairman, secretary will be the husband, brother-in-law will be that another executive member, treasurer is another relative. Whether is it possible under the Society Registration Act? Now, Delhi government, there is a rule specified it. Another income tax also rule specified it. Any blood relationship cannot become member of the office bearers. You have to give an affidavit regarding all the office bearers are not related bloodly. In that manner, for the Income Tax Act, in the Delhi government is Society Registration Act also. If they came to know, then they will cancel the registration. But the problem here in Tamil Nadu, I know about so many organizations, close relatives, they form the society. The wife will become chairman, the husband will become the executive director, the treasurer will be the brother-in-law, all that thing. As long as there's no complaint, they will go on. If anyone who is given complaint, the problem will come. Especially in the Income Tax Act. That's all. Another thing as also when you become an Income Tax Act, you have to follow certain procedure. So, for example, any profit business. So, for example, organization, society, I cannot run the marriage hall under the business mode. You cannot have. You need a special permission for that. Charity mode under the marriage hall you can have. Not for profit mode you can have. So, for example, I know about Society Registration Act, they run the hospital. Hospital is concerned, they are charging certain fees for the beneficiaries. For the minimum charge to run the hospital, minimum, not for profit, they can charge you. Not for exorbitant fees. Same manner, they can get the donation for capital expenditure. So whatever may be the profit, whatever may be the amount accrued, they should put it again to the NGO money only. They cannot take it back. These are all some of the issues related to the NGO. Nowadays, for registration of NGO, social work with this background, with a certain legal background, you can become a consultant. You can give advice. You can give counseling to so many people how to do registration of NGO. That's a possible. I know there are people, they involving in the consultant basis for registration. They will charge him 20,000, 30,000 rupees. There is already available in the website, Models Trust, Model Society Registration, Models Companies Act, all that model is available there. Based on the need, based on that your requirement, you can formulate what is a must is concerned, like-minded group. If you have the like-minded group, definitely you have the capacity, you have the skill, you can form the trust, society or companies act under the organization. Nothing wrong as concerned. So the like-minded group, you have to form it. Because I know about so many organizations have the problem because they may not have the like-minded people. So in the initial stages, because of that, we need certain people, you call certain people and that. So there will be a bitter fight from the members itself. They will go to the court. Any issue going to the registrar office or in a court, definitely there will be a lot of problems will come. Difficult to come out from that thing. So you have to obey, you have to follow, you have to strictly, you have to abide by all the rules and regulations of the Society Registration Act or Trust Act. There is also one class under the Memorandum of Association. Last class you have to put regarding this. Even in a future, any amendment in the Society Registration Act, that particular society will abide by the rules. So, for example, in 2022, Government of Tamil Nadu, they will amend one under Society Registration Act. That also will ditto, they have to follow it. So that is a must for that Society Registration Act. These are all some of the issue and other thing. Yes, next is concerned. Thanks, I think so. Karthikeyan? Yes.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Any question, another thing you can ask.
Thank you, sir. You created awareness among participants by sharing your experience. Once again, thank you, sir. Now it's time to clear participants' doubt regarding the webinar registration of NGO. Participants, kindly put your queries at chat box.
So, one other thing for a social worker, you can do watchdog role of the NGO functioning. It is our duty. Whether NGO, because now whether NGO is concerned, whether they do as per Society Registration Act, a Trust Act, a trustee deed is concerned, you can do watchdog role. If anything which is a wrong, which is against a legal thing, you can straight away you can complain to the Registrar of Society or Companies Act. You can give complaint, they will take it up. But the problem is that you need proof, evidence. Unnecessarily, you should not tarnish the image of organization. My personal feeling is concerned, are difficult to run an NGO. So whatever may be that, so they should rectify it. Suppose example, if they completely misuse it, no other way, you can give complaint to their registrar. Definitely they will take it up, they will send the personnel, they will go through it. Another thing, it is also one of the role for social work. You have to do watchdog role. That is also a must. Yes.
Thank you, sir. Question raised by Palanisamy that any government employees can take part in the trust as a managing trustees or as a trustees.
Yes, you can have. Only thing is that you need a special permission from a higher authorities or no objection certificate from the higher authorities. Then you can become.
Thank you, sir. Next question. What are the records?
But you cannot become a caste-based organization. Under the government rule is concerned, there is a government rule. Under the government rule is concerned, you cannot member in any caste-based organization, caste organization. If they came to know, then they will take action against this. That's a rule. It was there for so many years. But the people may not aware about that. That's the thing.
Thank you, sir. Next question. What are the records we have to maintain in a trust?
Under the, there are a Trust Act, Society Registration Act, Companies Act, there are different records is concerned. Minimum is concerned, one is concerned, trustee is concerned, you need a trustee meeting, that document register, you have to maintain it. Financial aspect, you need financial documents, you have to maintain it. Then under the financial document, you need a bank account, you need a voucher, you need a receipt, audit, accounts, annual report, all that, especially annual report, audit report is concerned, minimum 6 years you got to maintain it. At any time they may ask. So all that, these are all simple things you have. A program point of view, you need a certain document, that's all. Very simple, but some of the legal document you have to maintain it. You have to follow certain legal procedure. Suppose example, your organization, you have to follow certain procedure. Suppose the letter pad, you have to follow certain procedure. Letter pad, you need a name, you need of the registration number, address, who are the person in charge, all the things in the letter pad itself. In a Tamil Nadu government is concerned, you want to put in a name board in that. The same word how you registered in the registrar, same thing you have to make it. You cannot change your organization name. Suppose example, you are giving in an English name, same thing you put it in a board also in English. You cannot change it. That is a pattern. You want to change the address, you have to intimate to these income tax, registration authorities, all that thing immediately.
Thank you, sir. Next question. What are the process to get 80C?
80G. 80G is concerned. See, nowadays are all now income tax people, they are very careful, very clever, all the things in that, because now present NDA government, they want to control the black money, especially in NGO sector. So the rules become streamlined. Number one, for 80G is concerned, you have to apply to the income tax commissioner office. Minimum, you need a certain number of years. Your credibility, what type of organization, who are the members of organization, what type of activity you are going to have. Then based on this, you have to apply. For that, what happen? You need Aadhaar number, your registration, document, everything. And based on this, they may give 80G. Now, if you have 80G, rules become, you cannot get above 5,000 rupees in a cash. You need only bank transaction. You need a PAN number of the particular person. Your organization also PAN number. The person also should have the PAN number. So in that manner, they need a writing. In writing, I want to give 5,000 rupees to particular organization. This is my PAN number with a check number. Without check, any above 5,000 rupees is concerned illegal, unethical. Income tax people, in audit people, they will object. Even audit also now is very strict. Audit people, they are very strict about, previously everything very laxity manner, very relaxed manner they are doing. Now audit, now they are very strict about audit. Because now every audit report, now Government of India, they give every auditor one number. You have to write the audit number also. In case anything, they will remove that from audit process. From the auditor thing, they will remove. That's why very strict now. As far as my feeling is concerned, now NGO involving in a black money is concerned, mostly curtail it, more or less curtail it. Especially in FCRA, the rules are all very, very strict. Now they have amended rules. You have to register under the FCRA, means you need to open in the Delhi-based State Bank of India. Now there are so many organizations, they are not able to do it. Automatically, Government of India frozen the account of the FCRA. Now Tamil Nadu also, previously so many organizations in FCRA. Now very few organizations only having FCRA, Foreign Contribution Regulation Act. Certain extent, it's a good. There are people also will question, it is a curtailment of civil liberty, civil society, why they are doing these NGO, all that problem also there in that. Yes, next.
Thank you, sir. Next question. Sir, I am a student of philosophy. Can I start trust? Is it possible?
Yes, any individual, any Indian citizen with a 2-member and other thing, you can start in a trust. For that, you need a trustee deed. That's the thing. You can have certain objects and other thing. Certain how you are going to do it. Then based on this, you are registered under the registrar society is concerned. As a deputy registrar or joint registrar, whoever maybe you can register it. Nothing wrong. You can have a family trust with your own mother, father, all that you have the property. I want to do certain donation to certain poor children. So it should be managed by, that is a perpetuity will come. So automatically, see what happened, the Trust Act, there is a provision called minimum number 2 to 8. That's a possible. If there is a, suppose example, 5-member, so they can also add a trustee also. That is also provision is there. So it's not a very strict rule. Same person should be there for lifelong. That's not that. You can also remove certain member also. That is also possible.
Thank you,
Yes.
sir. Participants, is there any questions?
I know some of the NGO, they are very transparent manner. They put it in a notice board, how much money they received from the public, how much money received from that, what are the expenses. They also put it a website regarding annual report. They put it in a file. Don't do that. That's not the thing. Now, why they are purchasing, they want to buy the organization means there are certain income tax rules, certain FCRA rule. Minimum, you need 3 years of existence. So if they came to know about that, some foreigner they want to don't give, so they want to get immediately organization. That's why they want to purchase an organization. Minimum 3 years of existence rule is there. You need a 3-year proof, annual report, audit report, all that. So what happened in order to avail that? So they will have their organization. What happened? They had a bogus, they had a fraud. They sell the organization. That's all. For 10-15 years, people they have a regular business type of things. Now it's very difficult now. Don't do that. It's unethical, illegal. You need a minimum for the income tax and nothing. A minimum 3-year existence. You need that.
Thank you,
Good
sir.
morning, sir.
There is also
Correction
now.
one. First of all, I thank you for a
Now,
nice presentation.
again,
I have one
another thing.
question.
If you want to get a government source of money, government support, suppose the Government of India, Ministry of Home, Ministry of Welfare and Social Empowerment, Disability, other thing, they put one more condition regarding a Durban, DARBAN. There is a Durban website is available there. You have to register under the Durban. They will give number also. For that also you need a certain process is concerned. Only if you register under the Durban, only Government of India or money you can avail that. Now it is a, suppose example, if you do not want the government money, no problem. Yes, correct, Chelvan?
Yes, sir. Sir, nice presentation, sir. First of all, I thank you. I have one query. If I start my trust in a place, any place name, Coimbatore or Trichy, it's possible, sir.
Possible.
Otherwise, possible.
Possible.
But the government names and other things we should not include in the name of the trust.
No. Suppose example, what is the one probable name you mention it?
Coimbatore Psychosocial Analysis
What is that?
Society.
Huh?
Coimbatore Psychosocial Analysis Society.
Coimbatore Psychosocial Society. Huh? Psychosocial Care Society. Psychosocial Care Society. So in that there is no government name, no. So one aspect is concerned, in the same name any organization should not register. So you should not have previously Coimbatore Psychosocial Care Society name should not be there, should not have.
I approached this, sir. They say that you should not use the place name. Coimbatore, you avoid that.
That is true. That's true.
There is any GO for that. You should not use the places or.
See now, usually what happened, the place name, suppose example, Tamil Nadu, you want to have Tamil Nadu Social Society, you should not have now. Now very difficult because now it will clash with the government name.
Okay.
That's why they object it because now everywhere in the Coimbatore administration they use a term called Coimbatore. Say Coimbatore Aid Society, Coimbatore Adult Education thing. So in order to avoid, they use that. So usually what happened, the district name, government. That's why I already mentioned this, the government. Suppose example, Psychosocial Care Government Society, you should not use it. Bank name, you should not use it. Now very strict about now. Previously it is not that. Now because of technology, simply same name they will put it in a computer. They know about what are the names available there. That now become everything now computerized now.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Religious organization, they can put a religious name. No, nothing wrong. Suppose the Hindu mission, Christian mission, Jain society. That is possible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The name should not cross the government.
Yes. But there are places where there is a long back when they have that will continue. So for example, in Chennai, Rajasthan my youth association is still now. Even though Rajasthan is a state, but because of now so many years before they have started this organization, so it carry on. But that is also now anyone question that will be wrong. So they are doing some good work, it will continue there.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
First, you need a selection, goodwill people, like-minded people you have to form. That's a very important.
And another question, sir. If they are a member in a trust or society, they get the honor, a government employee in a member in a society, they get the honorarium or they did not get, sir?
No, they are eligible to get a government salary, no? They should not get any honorarium. Travel
in the
allowance,
agency.
only
Organization.
travel allowance for attending meeting and other thing, that any expenses that they can claim. Otherwise, a trustee or executive member or president, secretary should not claim any money from the organization. That's why it is called self-dealing. Suppose example, I am the executive director. I am the executive director of the trust. No, managing trustee is there. I am having a car. So I should not give my car to this organization for higher purpose. Then it is self-dealing.
Yes, sir.
Now, what I will do is, I can give car to the organization for petrol. Some organization people, they want to go for a tour and other some expenses. So I can, that the going purpose they can claim regarding petrol, the driver expenses, that they can claim differently. Not for hiring purpose.
Okay, okay.
That's why it's called as self-dealing. Very careful. Nowadays, very careful. Yes, Karthikeyan, more or less over, I think so. You can give our presentation to that. Student, no, in your life, it is you can become a consultant. So income tax consultant, NGO registration point of view consultant, how to write a project, how to do monitoring, how to do evaluation. For that, what happens, along with this, you can become a NGO registration also consultant. One aspect is concerned, there are a lot of new things, new development that you should become familiar. Take an example, 12AA. 12AA, now next, that is June 30th, 31st is the last date for re-registration. Previously, lifelong registration for 12AA. Now, Government of India changed into once in 5 years you have to re-register. For that, what happened now, last date for re-registration is concerned June 31st. June. So that's a date they are given. So again, you have to apply it. So these are all new development. In FCRA also, there are a lot of new developments there. So you should become familiar with the latest update. Definitely, my humble thing is that you can become consultant of this type of work. Actually, we need that. So yeah, if you are familiar, one or two, then automatically you become authority on the line. Thank you. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable comments, sir. Now I call upon Ms. A. Kavya, Social Work Trainee, Department of Social Work, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good morning to one and all. I sincerely thank our Chief Guest, Professor K. Shanmugavelayudham, Advocate, Madras High Court, for improving knowledge by presenting an overall view about the registration of NGOs. Thank you, sir. My sincere gratitude, Professor and Head, Department of Social Work, Dr. R. Mangleshwaran, sir. Thank you, sir. Associate, our department senior faculty, Dr. P. Ilango, sir. Thank you, sir. Associate Professor, Dr. J.O. Jerida Nanajan LGO, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. And our department assistant professors, Dr. D. Nirmala, ma'am. Dr. N. Rajaveer, sir. Thank you, sir. And our department guest faculties, Dr. M. Suresh Kumar, Dr. R. Selvamani. Thank you, sir. Special thanks to Mr. John Milton, resource scholar, who gave the technical support and made webinar the great success. I would like to thank the workshop director, Dr. R. Karthikeyan. Thank you, sir. I would like to express my heartfelt thanks to each and every participant who are all the connect towards the Google Meet and YouTube live stream. Thank you, one and all.
Karthikeyan, Ilango is there. Convey my regards to Ilango. Ilango is